Hello, and welcome back to Beyond the Veil. It is so good to have you with us today.
Yes.
We are about to push past the boundaries of the physical world and explore what's on the other side of the pillow.
Mm.
Now, before we even get started, I have to say this right up front. If you want a deeper and more advanced and accurate take on spirituality, this podcast is for you.
It certainly is. And today, we are venturing into a territory that, every single person listening has visited, but very few have truly explored.
Exactly. We're talking about sleep.
But not in the way you might think.
Right. We're not talking about, the biology of REM cycles or why you need 8 hours to function.
No, this is about what happens when the body goes still, but the spirit starts to move. We're talking about dreamwalking.
Dreamwalking. It's a fascinating concept. And we are looking at a text today by Master Spiritwalker. People just call him Spirit.
Right.
And he frames this in a way that really challenges our whole modern view of sleep. He calls it a sacred stir.
That phrase, it really grabbed me, sacred stir. It implies activity, doesn't it? Intentionality. He presents the dream state as an actual dimension.
The dimension.
Yeah, halfway between Earth and eternity. It's a place, not just a mental projection.
Which is such a heavy concept when you really stop and think about it.
It is.
Usually we think of dreams as this internal movie theater in our skulls, but Spirit is suggesting it's more like opening a door and stepping outside.
Precisely. In the text, he defines dreamwalking as a specific psychic art.
A psychic art, okay.
It's the ability to walk within dreams as both a participant and an observer.
So you're not just watching the movie.
You're not just watching. You're the director, the lead actor, and the critic all at the same time.
Yeah.
You are fully conscious in a realm that usually demands your unconsciousness.
And what I found so fascinating is that Spiritwalker anchors this in history. This isn't something that was, invented on a blog in 2015.
Oh, not at all. Spirit points out that this is a nearly universal practice across human history. We've just sort of forgotten it in the West.
Like with the ancient Egyptians.
Yes, exactly. He specifically cites them. They didn't just sleep. They practiced temple dreams.
Right, the incubation chambers.
Exactly. People would travel to these temples, undergo purification rituals, and then sleep in these holy sanctuaries.
And the goal wasn't just rest.
No. The goal was to receive a prescription from the gods in their sleep guidance on healing, or statecraft. It was a secure line to the divine.
Wow. It's amazing to think about that level of intention. Today, we just, doom scroll on our phones until we pass out.
It's a very different vibe, isn't it? And the text also highlights the indigenous peoples of North America. They understood this as soul travel.
So when they said, "I saw you in my dream," that wasn't a metaphor.
Not at all. It meant their spirit actually visited your spirit.
And we can't skip the Tibetan connection. Spiritwalker mentions Milim.
Dream yoga. And this is probably the most rigorous system out there. For Tibetan monks, waking up inside a dream isn't just for fun. It's a spiritual test. They believe that if you can maintain awareness in the dream state, where everything is illusory and shifting, you are training yourself to maintain awareness at the moment of death.
Wow. That is high stakes.
It is the ultimate training ground.
So let's unpack the mechanics of this. Because, we all dream. I had a dream last night that I was trying to fold a fitted sheet, and it turned into a giant squid.
Right.
Was I dreamwalking?
Likely not.
Yeah.
Master Spiritwalker makes a very clear distinction between an ordinary dream and dreamwalking.
Ah.
And the defining line is lucidity.
Lucidity. Okay, we hear that word a lot, but how does Spirit define it in this context?
Well, in an ordinary dream like your squid incident, you're passive. You just accept the reality of it, no matter how absurd.
Right. The sheet becomes a squid, and my brain just goes, okay, sure, that tracks.
Exactly. You're a victim of the narrative. But in dreamwalking, there's a spark of critical awareness. You have this aha moment inside the dream.
Yeah.
You stop and you say, wait a minute, sheets don't turn into squids. I'm dreaming.
And that one realization changes everything.
It changes the physics of that world. The text explains that once you have that realization, you unlock the potential to move between layers of consciousness. You stop following the script and you start writing it.
The possibilities Spirit lists once you hit that state they're pretty tempting.
Yeah.
He talks about gliding through light-filled landscapes, soaring across star-filled skies. It sounds just incredibly liberating.
It is freedom from physical laws.
Yeah.
Gravity, time, distance, they don't apply there.
Yeah.
But Spirit is very careful to note that this isn't just spiritual tourism.
Right, it's not an astral vacation.
Exactly. He talks about using this state for advanced and accurate spiritual work. Things like healing energetic wounds.
What does that even look like, healing a wound in a dream?
Well, think about trauma. Often, trauma is like a fragmented part of our psyche that's stuck in a loop.
Okay.
Spiritwalker discusses retrieving those fragmented parts of the soul. In a lucid state, you might revisit a house from your childhood, find that younger version of yourself who's hiding, and consciously comfort them. Bring them home to your current self.
So you're basically performing therapy on yourself, but in a fully interactive 3D environment.
That is a great way to put it.
Yeah.
The dream world is a mirror of the soul's wisdom. Every door you open there reveals a truth you're waiting to remember.
Okay, I am so intrigued. I want to try this. But I've tried to lucid dream before, and usually what happens is I just wake up. Does the text give us like a roadmap for how to actually stabilize it?
It does, a very specific protocol.
Yeah.
And it starts long before your head hits the pillow.
Let's break it down. What's step one?
Step one is recording your dreams every single night.
The dreaded dream journal. I feel like everyone suggests this, but why is it so non-negotiable for Master Spiritwalker?
It's about signaling value.
Yeah.
He explains that writing them down strengthens the bridge between your conscious and your unconscious mind. If you don't value the messages, your subconscious just steeps. It stops prioritizing them.
It's like a friend who stops texting you because you never reply.
That's a perfect analogy. You have to show up for the conversation.
Okay, so dream journal. What's next?
Next is the practice of reality checks. And Spirit emphasizes this as a daily habit.
This is the am I dreaming question.
Yes, but you can't just ask it mindlessly. You have to genuinely test your reality. Look at your hands. Try to push your finger through your palm. Check the time on a digital clock. Look away, and then check it again.
Because in a dream, digital clocks get all glitchy, right?
They do. The numbers will scramble or just melt. If you build this habit while you're awake, you'll eventually do it out of habit while you're asleep. And when that clock melts or your finger goes through your hand,
Lucidity.
you wake up inside the dream.
I love that. It's like a little hack.
Yeah.
But then there's the intention setting. He calls it the whisper.
This is the programming language for your subconscious. Before you sleep, as you're drifting off, Spirit suggests whispering a specific phrase.
What's the phrase?
I will awaken within my dream tonight, and I will remember what I see.
I will awaken within my dream tonight, and I will remember what I see. It sounds almost like a spell.
In a way, affirmations are spells. You're directing your own energy. But there's a catch.
There's always a catch.
Master Spiritwalker warns that when that moment of lucidity finally hits, there is a danger.
Getting stuck.
The opposite, waking up too soon. He calls it the danger of excitement.
I've had that. You realize you're dreaming, you get super pumped, and then snap. You're awake in bed, and you're so mad at yourself.
Exactly. The adrenaline spikes, and it engages your physical body. Spirit advises that the moment you become lucid, you have to force yourself to stay calm.
How do you do that?
He suggests spinning around in the dream or rubbing your dream hands together.
Rubbing your hands, really?
Yes, it engages the sensory perception of the dream body. It grounds you in that reality, instead of your physical body in bed. You have to stabilize the dream before you can walk in it.
That is such a specific, tactical piece of advice.
It is. And honestly, trying to master this by yourself can be incredibly frustrating. It's a real discipline.
It is. And speaking of support, if you're listening to this and feeling like you need some tools or, guidance to actually pull this off, you are not alone.
Right.
The source material we're discussing today, it comes from the world of nomadic enterprises.
And if you want to explore these topics further, you should really check out the Starseed Psychics website. They're a hub for exactly this kind of work.
They offer readings, healings, even courses if you want a more structured approach. And it's not just services. They have the Bourbon Barrel Apothecary, which might be my favorite name for a shop ever.
It's a great name, and it really fits the whole vibe. They have organic herbs, teas, things that align with a holistic lifestyle. We're about to talk about herbs for dreaming, and that's the kind of place you'd find high-quality spices.
For sure. And for all you readers out there, because I know a lot of you want to go right to the source, we have put links in the description. You can purchase books by author Spiritwalker, that's him, the author we're discussing, and also books by author Gypsywind, that's her, Cheyenne James.
They're the founders, and their written works are just excellent resources. They go much deeper into the philosophy than we can in a short discussion.
Absolutely. So check out those links. Now, I want to pivot to the part of Spirit's text that, honestly, it gave me goosebumps. We've talked about solo travel, but he devotes a whole section to shared dreams.
This is where the concept really moves from psychological to metaphysical.
Yeah. This isn't just, I dreamt about you. This is, we met up.
Master Spiritwalker explains that sometimes dreamwalking can cross into a shared experience. He says this usually happens between two souls with a very strong energetic bond.
Like soulmates or twin flames?
Exactly. People with that kind of connection, the dream space acts as a meeting ground for them.
But how would you know? I mean, I could dream we met for coffee, but how would I know it wasn't just my imagination creating you?
The validation comes in the morning. That's the proof. Spirit describes instances where both people wake up, and without talking to each other first, they recall the exact same setting, the exact same conversation, word for word.
That is just mind-blowing.
It confirms that consciousness is interwoven. It suggests the dream world isn't just in your head, it's a frequency. It's a place we can tune into together. Distance doesn't separate souls.
That leads right into the even more sensitive territory he covers. Spirit communication. Talking to those who have crossed over.
For many psychics, the dream state is the purest channel for this. When we're awake, our ego mind is so loud, we have doubts, fears, distractions. But in sleep, the veil thins.
I think a lot of people get scared when they hear spirit communication. They think of, Hollywood movies and the spooky shadows.
But Spiritwalker's description is the opposite of spooky. He describes loved ones in this realm not as shadows, but as luminous presences.
Luminous presence.
Yes, they radiate love. It's not about fear, it's about connection and reunion.
And the emotional impact he describes. People waking up with tears on their face or just this profound sense of peace.
Yes, getting that closure they needed. Or receiving forgiveness. It's a reminder that death is just a transition to another frequency.
It's healing. That seems to be the recurring theme. It's not just cool magic tricks. It's about healing the soul.
Which is why Master Spiritwalker is so clear that this isn't a playground. It's a temple. And you have to treat a temple with respect.
Which brings us to the preparation. Because you don't just barge into a temple with muddy boots on, right?
Exactly. You create a container for the experience. You set the scene.
And the text gets really specific here. It lists actual physical tools. He talks about scent first.
Scent is such a powerful trigger. He recommends burning incense or diffusing oils like sandalwood, mugwort, or lavender.
Let's pause on mugwort for a second. That's the heavy hitter of dream herbs, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It's been used for centuries for prophecy and lucid dreaming. It has properties that can make dreams incredibly vivid.
So maybe don't use that one on a work night if you need a blank sleep.
Right. It's for when you want to do the work. Lavender is more for relaxation and protection.
And he talks about stones, too, putting crystals by the bed.
Amethyst and selenite are the two he highlights. Amethyst is for the third eye and spiritual protection. It keeps the scary stuff away, but opens your intuition.
And selenite.
Selenite is all about clarity, high vibration, white light. It shields the space.
And then there's the visualization. I actually tried this last night. Visualizing yourself surrounded by golden light.
That's a sealing technique. You're stating to the universe, I am protected, I am safe. And you pair that with a verbal intention.
What's the intention?
I open myself to divine guidance and safe passage through the dream realms.
It's a full ritual. It signals to your whole being that something important is about to happen. You aren't just crashing, you're embarking.
And there's one final instruction from Spiritwalker that is probably the hardest for modern people to follow. It's for the moment you wake up.
Oh, I know this one. The don't move rule.
The return, Spirit says. When you awaken, do not rush.
Which feels impossible. The alarm goes off and you immediately jump up, check your phone, start the coffee.
And that just destroys the bridge. He explains that dreams are stored in short-term memory, which is very fragile. If you move your body abruptly, you flush those chemicals. The memory just dissolves.
So what are you supposed to do?
Lay still. Keep your eyes closed. Replay the last image you remember, and then work backward from there. Let the images settle into long-term memory before you even wiggle a toe.
It's about respecting the experience enough to give it space to land.
That's it, exactly.
So we've covered the history, the techniques, the connections, the ritual, but I want to zoom out for a second. Why? Why go through all this trouble, the journals, the herbs, lying perfectly still in the morning? Why not just sleep?
That is the ultimate question, isn't it? And Master Spiritwalker's answer is beautiful. He says dreamwalking is an act of remembrance.
Remembrance of what?
Of who you truly are. In the waking world, we are so limited. We're our bodies, our jobs, our bills. But in the dreamwalker state, you remember that the soul is eternal. It's not bound by this physical body or the laws of physics.
It's experiential proof of your own divinity.
Exactly. It teaches us that the divine speaks through the language of dreams. And when you start walking your dreams with awareness, Spirit says that boundary between the seen and unseen, it softens in your waking life too. Your intuition gets stronger.
You become a bridge between the two worlds.
You become both the dreamer and the dream.
That's a lot to take in, but in the best possible way. It really changes how you look at your bed at night. It's not just a recharging station.
It's launch pad.
It's a launch pad.
I love that. Well, this has been an incredible exploration. I feel like I need to go buy some amethyst and clear my schedule for a nap.
Before we sign off, though, I'd like to offer one final thought for everyone to carry with them.
Please do.
Tonight, you aren't just going to sleep. You are entering a vast, luminous world that is waiting for your conscious return. The question isn't just what will you dream, but who will you be when you wake up?
Wow. Who will you be when you wake up? I'm going to be thinking about that one for a while. Thank you so much for joining us on this.
A pleasure as always. Remember, if you want to dive deeper into these teachings, please check the links in the description for the books by Spiritwalker and Gypsywind. And definitely visit the Starseed Psychics website to see everything Nomadic Enterprises has to offer. Until next time, sweet dreams and safe travels.